Thomas Massie, he warns Republicans against voting against the release of the Epstein files.
Go for it.
I would remind my Republican colleagues who are deciding how to vote, Donald Trump can protect you in red districts right now by giving you an endorsement. But in 2030, he's not going to be the president, and you will have voted to protect pedophiles if you don't vote to release these files, and the president can't protect you then. This vote, the record of this vote, will last longer than Donald Trump's.
Okay, so that's Thomas Massie. President Trump responds to Thomas Massie, and he says the following about Thomas Massie. Pretty brutal what he said to him, not holding back. The Thomas Massie sometimes referred to as Rand Paul Jr. because of the fact that he always votes against Republican Party, get married already. Boy, that was quick. No wonder the polls have him at less than 8% chance of winning the election. Anyway, have a great life, Thomas. His wife will soon find out that she's stuck with a loser.
It's getting ugly.
Yeah. So look, and then.
But this issue did not begin here over this thing.
No, this has been going on.
Some people aren't familiar with Thomas Massie because as much as we maybe talk about him in our maybe circles, this guy's not a household name. He doesn't have national name significance. I'm not saying he's inconsequential, but the average person does not know who Thomas Massie is. Everybody knows who Trump is. No, so he has the bully pulpit.
But Thomas Massie's not a lightweight. He's a fighter. He's not a guy that you can push around and think he's nobody. And here's lightweight Congressman Marjorie Taylor Greene. Green grass turns brown when it begins to rot. Wow. Betrayed the entire Republican Party when she turned left. Performed poorly on the pathetic View and became the rhino that we all know she always was. Just another fake politician. No different than Rand Paul Jr., Thomas Massie, who got caught being a full-fledged Republican in name-only rhino, make America great again. All right, while this is going on, this is her saying she wants to change her position on the rhetoric, and Robert, that's a perfect clip if you got that because it's all over the place. Go ahead, Rob.
You were one of his biggest supporters. What do you think happened here?
Well, Dana, thank you for having me on, and that is true. I stood with President Trump when virtually no one else did. Campaigned all over the country, spent millions of my own dollars helping him get elected, and I think that's incredibly important. And I do support him and his administration, and I support them in delivering the campaign promises we made to the American people. His remarks, of course, have been hurtful. However, I have something in my heart that I think is incredibly important for our country, and that is to end the toxic fighting in politics. And this has been going on for years, and it has divided our country, split up friends and families, neighbors, and it's not solving our problems. The most hurtful thing he said, which is absolutely untrue, is he called me a traitor, and that is so extremely wrong. And those are the types of words used that can radicalize people against me and put my life in danger.
Okay, so that's that tweet. Okay, the back and forth again, not pretty, nasty. But she was right. There's highlight reels of her going after a lot of different people.
Oh no, she's been a big Trump ally for 10 years.
She has been.
Years,
and you know, when she won, she's the reason why McCarthy's not the Speaker of the House. So she played over here. Here's the phone, that one picture. You know which one I'm talking about, where he's like, here, talk to the president. Yeah. And this is at a time where the president was not necessarily didn't fully have all the Republicans. What's this one about, Rob?
This is President Trump responding to Marjorie Taylor Greene last night about her being threatened when he calls her a traitor.
Go ahead, Rob.
Be in danger because of the rhetoric?
Her life is in danger? Who's that?
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she says.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think her life is in danger. Frankly, I don't think anybody cares about her. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the part of the president.
Tough, man.
You cross the line, he gets to this point. Now, what will happen, who knows? While the files are being released and they're going back and forth and they're doing what they're doing, the one last tweet I want to show, Rob, actually play that clip. Is this the one that says Epstein wasn't a pedophile? Yeah, there's two clips I want to play. One is this one, and another clip I want to play from Julian Assange from 10 years ago. But go ahead and play this clip first, Rob. Go for it.
For Epstein, I've said this before, but just as a reminder, I do know somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. Not everything, but virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. This is this person's view, who was there for a lot of this, but that he was into the barely legal type. Like he liked 15-year-old girls. And I realize this is disgusting. I'm definitely not trying to make an excuse for this. I'm just giving you facts. That he wasn't into like 8-year-olds, but he liked the very young teen types that could pass for even younger than they were, but would look legal to a passerby. And that is what I believed, and that was what I reliably was told for many years. And it wasn't until we heard from Pam Bondi that they had tens of thousands of videos of alleged, forgive me, they used to call it kiddie porn, now they call it child sexual abuse material, on his computer, that for the first time I thought, oh, no, he was an actual pedophile. I mean, only a pedophile gets off on young children abuse videos. She's never clarified it. I don't know whether it's true. I have to be honest. I don't really trust Pam Bondi's word on the Epstein matters anymore. Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, Pam lost a lot of credibility. But what do you think about the definition?
My thing is this. If they're under 15 or under, like, you're going, like, if it was up to me and the whole castration and then, you know, put them to death, like, I don't care how, like, definitions of what's a pedophile and what's not a pedophile. Were they underage and did you destroy their lives? Period. And mind you, this is what the insider thinks and whatever. Nobody was on that island. Nobody has seen the footage. Who knows what else they were into? If you're on an island by yourself and nobody's watching you and you're protected as all hell, as obviously that we've seen, who knows what they're doing back? Because I thought about this. If these underage girls or underage or whoever, with all these people, with all these recognizable faces, you can't just let all of them just go back into society and come back where, to the United States or whatever. No, you have to, like, in my opinion, Pat, you got to get rid of them. Let's just say, figuratively speaking, a underage girl, 14, 15, whatever the age is with a Bill Clinton or a Bill Gates or whatever, and they know who they are and they see their face. You're going to release that person back into the United States of America and say, hey, go for it. No. The logical thing is you get rid of them. You have to kill them because they cannot spread the word of, I saw Bill Clinton. Oh, that guy? Oh, yeah. I think I can care less about.
What are you thinking, Tom?
So I think, first of all, Megyn Kelly, I'll make this quick. Megyn Kelly took a lot of heat over the weekend for that comment. She gave a very legal, reasoned argument, but in a hyper emotional topic, and people, overreacted that she was giving him a get out of jail free card. She wasn't, nor was she classifying him. She carefully described the source she had. She carefully couched where it came from and what she believed. And then she referenced Pam Bondi. This is the Attorney General of the United States, getting caught on an open mic in a restaurant, and the next day on the driveway at the White House talking to the media. So on that one, I don't understand why everybody was so just out of their shoes on Megyn Kelly, who I think is a strong lawyer, and a solid individual, in my opinion, and everybody comes out of their shoes. Now, to your point, Vinny, what you have always said is if there were people of power that were on that island and they were with the underage girls, age of consent, depending on the state, but 14 is, I don't think there's...
Across the board, it's bad.
I don't want to get in trouble here. I think that Kentucky had 14 for a long time or something.
Okay.
But anyway, you get to 14, 13, it's like 50 states, age of consent. If that's what was going on, I agree. These people should be brought to justice. I also think what's going on right now, watch this. You and your brother are texting back and forth about being out past midnight, and that was your dad's curfew, your mom's curfew, and getting drunk.
Okay.
I've got texts. I'm your brother. You've got texts.
Yes.
We both text each other. You get in hot water with dad, and then you scream, release the text.
Yeah.
Release the text. What am I going to say? No, wait.
Stop,
hang on.
Yeah.
So I think there's a little of that going on, and everybody's trying to play the distraction card, Pat. J.B. Pritzker, he's trying to distract from Epstein. Clinton, shut up about Epstein.
Yeah.
He's trying to distract from the shutdown. It was almost that all the, remember, when all the news media, they harmonize on the same word? You had Democrats all weekend long harmonizing on distract. Oh, he's just trying to distract. Really? So it did not appear that there is a 600 people in Washington. Excuse me, I'll do this. There was not 250 people in Congress, more than a majority, who are all together saying, release the Epstein files. They say Trump won't release the files.
Exactly.
That's always their accusation.
So
Trump won't do it, but nobody else appears to want it to go out either. And they don't want to vote. And that was the point Thomas Massie's making. Nobody wants to be on.
Yeah, listen, this is what it comes down to. Joe Bliss just did a super chat right now. We rarely give shout outs to super chats. Trump should have released the files from the beginning like he campaigned on. I don't think he campaigned on it. However, I do believe this could have been very easily solved if he would have done that. And quick shout out to George, Hans Ben as well on listening to this with the FLBs. You'll save for it. And then Joe, much love to you as well. Appreciate you guys. But let me go back to this. So from the beginning, the more and more and more and more and more he kept trying to dodge this to not do it, it led to this. Now, it's released, it's going to move on, it's going to be done, right? So who has access to information if they could find out if anybody was involved with this or not? Do you remember Julian Assange and do you remember Snowden?
Yep.
Okay, here's Megyn Kelly. When she was at Fox, have you seen this clip?
No.
She's interviewing Assange, and look what she asks Assange nearly 10 years ago. Go ahead, Rob.
About the U.S. election, as you point out, you're not an American citizen. You're an Australian. You're clearly not rooting for Hillary. But are you rooting for Trump?
No. I mean, if we have good information on Trump, we publish that. If we have good information on Hillary, the Democrats, we publish that. It is a bit concerning, the allegations that by the Clinton campaign that everyone is a Russian agent are really disturbing. Why is that? Well, because bizarrely, Hillary Clinton, the Democrat, has positioned herself now to be the security candidate. She's powered up with the neocons responsible for the Iraq War, and she's grabbed on to this kind of neo-McCarthyist hysteria about Russia and is using that to demonize the Trump campaign. The Trump campaign has all sorts of things wrong with it, but as far as we can see, being Russian agents is not one of them. Some people have asked us, when will you release information on Donald Trump? And of course, we are very interested in all countries to reveal the truth about different candidates so people can understand. But it's really hard for us to release anything worse than what comes out of Donald Trump's mouth every second day. I mean, it's part of his charismatic appeal that he speaks off the cuff.
But the point
his
that's
mouth
the
is
credibility.
The worst thing. Yeah.
So that's the credibility to say, if there's any guy that had anything to release on it, it's a lot of these guys. But I want to go back to something here while we're covering this, because the technicality of pedophilia and all this stuff. So Iranian military, Rob, if you can go to this tweet, like this is, they should have never done this. Can you first go to their tweet? They tweet the tweet of the president saying the best president in the White House. And then the Iran military monitor says, in Iran, we hang pedophiles.
Oh, really?
In the U.S., they are made presidents and senators.
Wow.
Now, can you imagine? By the way, this is not like it's a small account. Can you go to the account so we see how many followers they got? 1.6 million followers.
Wow.
And it's followed by some people. So you go back, monitoring Iran's military activities and capabilities. Can you go back to the Twitter account? No, it's all good. The capability since 2009, independent media. So they're trying to edify Iran. Now go back and see the tweet that I brought to these guys.
You edify like that.
One more back, Rob. And I said the following. I said, you hang pedophiles. And Khomeini's book, who is one of the top 5 most important figures in the religion, especially Iran, Tahrir al-Wasila, he said a man can marry a girl younger than 9 years old. However, he is not permitted to have vaginal intercourse with her until she reaches 9. Did you hang him? Or is he not considered pedophilia in Iran? And if you go to the bottom section, the readers, this is, Iran legally allows girls today under 10 to be married to adult majors of any age.
What?
Think about this. Civil Code 2007 prohibits marriage before the age of majority, but for girls, the age of majority is 8 years old and 9 months.
This is still happening.
This is Grok.
Oh,
this is, you can even go to the bottom and check with Grok if Khomeini did say something like that. A bunch of guys are fact checking it. So this is when Iran gets involved in a story that you shouldn't get involved in, and then backfires. Anyway,
hypocrisy.
If there's anybody, watch, look at this. This one guy asked, "Is that true?" Okay, yes. Khomeini's book permits a man to contract marriage with a girl younger than 9 lunar years age Though it prohibits vaginal intercourse until she reaches 9, this ruling aligns with traditional interpretation. Can you imagine this? Okay, so a lot of people are sitting here going back and forth. I think this could have been prevented if it was done from the beginning, but I do think there was some relationships and some ways of holding people hostage, as well as some of the people that you're talking about. But it is what it is now. It's out. I think they're voting for it tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, right? Rob, is it tomorrow that they're voting for it? Yeah, they're voting for it tomorrow, so we'll stay tuned, and we'll see where it goes to next. I'd like to make an announcement. Folks, we're doing something crazy, and let me tell you what this crazy thing is. You know what this is? This is what you call a mystery box, okay? 200 of you are going to get this mystery box, and I'm going to tell you who this mystery box is going to go to, what items in it that are very, very unique. If you're watching this right now and you want to have a Merry Christmas and get some people some special gifts and have the possibility of coming on here to be on the podcast, sit here with us, do a prep and all the other crazy stuff. Rob, just play this clip, Rob. I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead, Rob. Watch this clip, folks. Announce the greatest Black Friday initiative ever. This right here is a mystery box. It's a mystery, but there's something very special inside of it. So how do you get the mystery box? The first 200 people that place a $500 order on VTmerch.com, the first 200 get this box. 10 of them have something very special in them. But when you open it up and you see this, 10 of them are going to be golden tickets. You're going to take your quarter and you're going to scratch this thing off. 10 of you are going to get different prices. Let me tell you what it's going to be. One of them is going to be $5,000 gift card to the VT merch. Come buy whatever you want to buy, the shoes, the jackets, whatever you want to buy. The other one is 5 platinum tickets to the Vault 2026. That's right. Platinum. Another one is the 20-carat hat that we did. That's numbered 1 out of 15. One of you is going to get that $5,000 Future Looks Bright hat. Another one is a 1-year silver membership to the Cigar Lounge. Another one is a 15-minute call with me or with Vinny or with Tom or with Adam. Then a $2,500 credit to Minect. And last but not least, you will be in one of Vinny's skits on Valuetainment Comedy.
It's a big deal. It's a real big deal.
You're in it with him as an actor or an actress. You place an order over $1,000, you're probably going to get a surprise FaceTime from me, Vinny, Adam, Tom, maybe all of us together. Not everybody, but probably 40, 50 of you will get a call. Last but not least, this one is going to break the internet. You ready? For anybody that places an order of over $2,000. I know the number's crazy, but you see why it's crazy. One of you who wins, we will fly you out, put you at a hotel, take you to Casa D'Angelo, do a podcast prep with you. Then the next day, you're sitting right here next to me on the podcast. That's crazy. The entire podcast. You're here with us. That's crazy. And we want you sitting right here. So if you haven't yet placed an order on VTmerch.com, go place the order. To learn more about the rules and the terms and conditions, click on a link below to learn all and start purchasing now. You know what the good news is? 30% discount on pretty much every product. So go to VTmerch.com, place your order, be one of the first 200, or if you're crazy enough, place the order over $2,000. We'll see you on the podcast. This is crazy, brother. We've never done anything
Hopefully
like
that guy that gets to sit here is not a furry. Let's just hope. Let's just
But Rob,
hope.
can you do me a favor? Can you go on the website real quick? Can you go on the website? Go to VTmerch.com, and I want to just kind of show this to you guys as you're going through it. So if you go click on Valuetainment just to refresh the website, Rob. Okay, perfect. If you click on that, learn more right there, and you go to it, all the details are down. Go a little bit lower. It'll break down everything for you. And keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All the details are right there, Rob. Go up a little bit higher, Rob, and click on that View All to the right. So that's what you want to do. Go on View All, and here's where it is. The shoes, the one thing we did with Bundle, the Vault Conference, the SLS, the public speaking course, the PBD sales system, the business planning workshop, all the recording bundle, $997, right? Of course, these are from previous. We never do that. But you got a bundle there for $997, and then you got the shoes. That's the only thing that won't be discounted aside from a couple items. And you can go down and place your order. Christmas gift for your husband, for yourself, for your kids, for your spouse, for anybody else that watches this. Future looks bright. Yesterday, I went to the sushi spot. I'm ordering sushi. He says, I ordered the 3 Yeti Future Looks Bright items that were on, which was great seeing the guy at the Kaizen. But anyways, again, if you want to participate, 200 mystery boxes, first 200, go to VTmerch.com, place your order. This is part of the Black Friday. We're just doing it way earlier than everybody else to give you a heads up while we're going through this. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.